Have no fear. The I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast is here. Welcome to the Iron Dome of Disruption. Welcome to the Ziggity Zone of Disruption. My name is Michael Rapaport, a.k.a. the Gringo Mandingo, a.k.a. the Inflamed Ashkenazi, a.k.a. the Sultan of Sniff. I'm sorry. Are you going to...
AKA
Not AKA.
disruption?
You can't wear the sunglasses during the shoot.
Why not? What do you mean? Why did you stop?
We're audio recording and we're video recording, and you got these ridiculous sunglasses.
These are cool, and you don't have to point. You don't have to
But
bring
you
attention
just
to the
them on when I'm looking this way. I'm doing yes. Welcome to the Iron Dome of Disruption. Welcome to the, and then I look over and you're like.
Well, I just feel like there's so many interviews, like Howard Stern interviews, tons of rock stars where they're wearing sunglasses like in the morning or the middle of the day, and he doesn't bring attention to the sunglasses. I thought, why can't I come to the podcast and wear a pair of sunglasses? I just got these. I'm just I got my water, and we're in Hollywood. I'm just kind of I'm here with my sunglasses. What's the problem?
You thought that you were going to wear the sunglasses during the podcast and no one was going to say anything about it?
I never tried this. I just thought, this is the first time for everything. Why not just wear the sunglasses? Do they not look good? Is it really a problem for me to wear the sunglasses? I could take them off. I just think that they look good.
I mean, if you want to keep them on?
I didn't see a problem until you said something about it.
Keep them back on. I don't want to.
I can take them off. It's your podcast.
No, I don't want to make you uncomfortable. Wear the sunglasses.
You already did. You already achieved that. I am
okay.
Uncomfortable
Just wear the sunglasses.
Okay. Well, I'll just take them off when I feel like. I'll take them off when I feel like taking them off.
When you feel like it, because you put them on when you feel like it. Without even, I'm looking this way. I'm doing Ziggity Zone of Disruption. Welcome to the Iron Dome and the Sultan of Sniff and and then I'm like, who's this guy?
I don't know. I just tried something new. Tried something different.
All right, Ferris.
To try something different.
All right, two shot. Welcome to the Iron Dome of Disruption. Welcome to the Ziggity Zone of Disruption. Welcome to the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast, live and direct from Hollywood, California. back in Hollywood, California. Are you going to keep?
No, I just want to do it on my
sunglasses?
time. I want to be able to take them off on my time.
But I'm doing the introduction.
That's fine. Do the intro. You don't have to say that.
But
you
stop playing with the sunglasses. I've committed. Okay, he's going to wear sunglasses the whole shoot.
But if you had a guest on the podcast, if Alec Baldwin was on your podcast and he was wearing sunglasses the first 30 minutes, would you be like, why are you wearing the sunglasses? You wouldn't say it. You wouldn't bat an eye.
Excuse me. I would know why Alec Baldwin would be wearing sunglasses.
Why? Why?
Because he's Alec Baldwin.
So just because
you're Dean Collins?
I can't wear sunglasses? You got to... I guess I'm not that guy to wear sunglasses.
No, put them back on.
I'm going to take them off for the podcast. I just try something different. We're not matching either.
Should we even start?
You start. You start.
Have we started? I don't even know if we started the podcast.
I'm not sure.
And when we're not together in person,
yeah,
we make it happen. Because it's a
course.
professional podcast.
Right.
It's a professional organization of disruption, top to bottom, bottom to top. 360 degrees, 365 days.
It's a well-oiled machine.
Heading into 1,000 episodes.
Whoa, that's crazy. And I was on episode 3, I think.
You and Logan.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast from Hollywood, California. Two shot. Let me just bring attention to the fact that there's a text message chain.
Okay.
I just want to get everything...
Lay it out.
I want to get everything cleared up before we get into the minutia of the podcast.
I like that word. Yep.
Text message chain. Twinnings winning. All black. Rock your Jordans for the podcast today. Actually, I said all black, rock your Jordans, and a hat for the podcast today.
I thought I would just not do any of that. I thought I'd just show up and just be like, the hat, the all black. We already look so much alike. Everyone says I look like your son. I want to stay away from that. I don't want to be like, it shouldn't be like we're twinning everywhere we go. We're wearing the same outfits. We're not 9-year-old identical twins that their parents are dressing them up matching outfits. I don't want to do that. So I just thought I have something different on. Like I went for like kind of a 90s vibe.
What you broke down that outfit? You could go into
It's
his
just like an LL Bean vintage jacket, a white t-shirt, just kind of like, oh, I'm crossing my legs. Am I crossing them? Am I not crossing them? I have some Vans on. Like it's very like an Echo Park feel. And I wanted to do that. It's just the hat.
So when you went into your outfit today, you thought to yourself, like, this is
right.
You do that?
Well, I know I need a haircut. I feel like I do need a haircut. And I do that. Do you not do that?
I never do that. I never go, this is the kind of vibe I want. This is the feeling I want to get across. My whole thing is comfort, number one, warmth, number two, and appropriateness is number three. Appropriateness meaning, like, I have an event that I might have to go to in March.
Okay.
So I already know, like, okay, in March, there's one night for about 3 hours that I'm going to have to wear my suit.
Okay, I understand that. But my question is, why do you want to dress the same? What is that about? Why do you want to look alike? Because it's so important to you. It's like the text message chain. You really want to match. And I just want to know why. I know it's like twinning is winning, but why do you want to look so much alike?
Excuse me. I don't say twinning is winning just on a regular day.
You do. You do. You say that like every day. And sometimes it will be out of context. Like you'll just text me at like midnight and be like, twinning is winning. I'm like, good night. I don't understand where that came from. What does that mean? You just say it all the time, actually.
Dean, in real life, I don't care what you wear. I don't want to dress like you. Nor do I want you to dress like me. I don't want to color.
You do, motherfucker. You do. You do want to dress like me. And this is real life. What are you talking about? This is real life.
Motherfucker, I never, ever say, unless we're shooting, twinning or twin up. When I say twin up, that means dress alike.
Right.
And the outfit when we twin up is what?
All black, everything with matching Jordans.
The breads.
Right.
Right. So I said twin up. You said no problem. Twin up, I'll see you at 12 tomorrow.
I threw you a curveball. I wanted to see what would happen. What would happen if we weren't twinning? It's thrown off everything, apparently.
Well, that along with the fact that you want to wear sunglasses. You don't want to wear the outfit.
Yeah, I don't want to wear the outfit anymore. I don't want to wear the outfit anymore. I don't want to wear all black everything all the time. It's not comfortable for me. The only black pants that I have are skinny jeans. They rub up on my crotch. I start chafing. It's not comfort for me. This is comfortable. It's an oversized jacket, some joggers. I'm chilling here.
Joggers?
Yeah, I think. Anyway, well, I'm happy that you're in LA. I'm happy that we're doing this in person, and I'm sorry to throw off the whole intro. I mean, we spent like 15 minutes on the introduction.
Well, because you started, you did pop them on now. You don't want to wear them now, Howard?
No, I don't.
You're like Robert Downey Jr. in those like Pretty in Pink glasses.
Whatever. They are small, but they fit my face.
Put them on your face. Why are the glasses so small?
I don't know. I got them at the coffee shop around the corner.
But like you didn't tell me. Like I just boom. Like why are they so small?
I didn't realize they were that small until you pointed it out. I didn't realize it. I'll never wear them again. I'm never going to wear them again. This is the last you'll ever see of them. Literally, you will never see these again. I'm just letting you know that you've ruined it for me. Like now I can't even drive home with the glasses because you've ruined it.
But you're going to wear them on the podcast.
Oh, yeah. I can't. It was the last time. It's like, it's a farewell to the glasses at this point.
You spend good money on those puppies,
Oh, yeah.
huh?
Oh, yeah. It doesn't matter. I mean, you can spend $300 on these and you've ruined it for everybody at this point too. So,
all right.
But you look great. Anyway.
Thank you. I'm all black, got my Jordans on.
Right.
Yada, 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 man. Who cares? We're here in Los Angeles. I just want to tell you, I'm happy to be here. Happy to be in Los Angeles. I have been on the road for longer than I even realized. I went to Orlando.
Yeah.
Did 4 shows in Orlando. I went to New Orleans, did 2 weeks in New Orleans doing the Amy Schumer show. Went from New Orleans, which people saying I'm saying it wrong.
I think it's New Orleans. NOLA. People say NOLA. People say New Orleans. I thought it was New Orleans.
New
Nolans,
Orleans.
They say Nolans too.
Whatever. New Orleans. Then I went from New Orleans to Phoenix.
Oh, that's
did 5 shows in Phoenix, which were dope.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody that came to the shows in Phoenix.
How was Phoenix though?
Uh-huh.
How was Phoenix? It's like, what's going on in Phoenix? Like,
Phoenix is dope. It is got great crowds, great comedy people, 2 dope clubs, CB Live and Stand Up Live. The fans that came out were awesome. A lot of I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast fans. It's harder to get a home mortgage. It's harder to get a home mortgage loan than it is to get a gun in Phoenix. You can get a gun easier than you can get a mortgage loan.
why is that?
It's America.
Right.
And I asked the people, because, when we go to towns, you always got to ask the crowd, what's going on. And I said, is anybody packing heat in here? Because it's one thing to get Chris rocked.
Right. But you got to be careful with what you say. If someone's got like a fucking gun, like a holster on their ankle or something.
That's a whole other level of
don't insult
my
their
wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Right.
So I said, anybody packing heat? And nobody said nothing.
That's scary.
Which made me feel like everybody was packing heat.
That's scary for sure.
But they were dope crowds. But here's the twist. Because you even said, why are you in LA?
Yeah, I was wondering. I mean,
the reason why I'm in LA is because I'm on 4 days off, although this is not off, especially podcasting with you. It almost feels like it's like, oh, okay. Like it's like a little bit of an arm wrestle with you today because with the glasses and the outfit.
Okay. Yeah.
Normally it's just like something. But I'm heading back to Phoenix to do an event with Gronkowski for the
cool.
Super Bowl this weekend, which I'm excited about doing the stuff with Gronkowski and some other Tony Gonzalez, Terrell Owens, Vernon Davis, a bunch of football players. I'm excited about that actual event, but frightened about the amount of people that are going to be in Phoenix because there's not only the Super Bowl going on in Phoenix, there is the Waste Management Golf Tournament.
Oh, shit.
The Waste Management Golf Tournament is a golf tournament, which is like, I guess, it's like on steroids. It's like a golf tournament with people there, music, and all this stuff.
So it's just like
it's like golf with like it's like golf on steroids. Like, and one of the people who's gonna be at the golf tournament, golf tournament in Arizona, is the actor Chris McDonald.
Are you talking about Shooter McGavin?
I am talking about Shooter McGavin,
the legendary Shooter McGavin, the beloved. America's sweetheart at that point, Shooter McGavin. Everyone knows Shooter McGavin because you said Christopher McDonald, and no disrespect to Christopher McDonald. I think a lot of people might know him more as Shooter McGavin than his actual name.
You should only be so lucky to have a performance with a name that is as recognizable as Shooter McGavin.
Shooter McGavin. So
this Waste Management Golf Tournament, it's insane. And it happens every year during Super Bowl weekend. But this year, Super Bowl weekend is also in Phoenix. So it's going to be millions of people in Phoenix, including myself, there for the Gronk thing. And then I'm leaving Saturday, the day before the Super Bowl. But what I wanted to about Chris McDonald, a.k.a. Shooter McGavin, let's just call him Shooter.
And the real Shooter, the OG Shooter. I mean, Shooter McGavin.
Right, like you're not the real Shooter.
No, obviously not.
Shooter McGavin will be on the next I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast.
What? Wait, are you being serious?
The Shooter, Chris McDonald, the Shooter who starred in Happy Gilmore, starred in tons of movies, tons of television, dope actor, dope, funny personality, will be joining me on the I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast, and I'm pumped because Shooter McGavin and Happy Gilmore, they're almost like Mickey Mouse characters. Like, they're almost like Disneyland.
Yeah.
When I say Shooter McGavin to you, like what happens to your blood pressure?
Just a lot of feelings come up. I mean, I know that movie inside and out. You know, I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast.
You eat pieces of shit?
No. You know, you remember that? Grizzly Adams had a beard. I mean, he's buying Happy's grandmother's home and putting it back on the market.
Shooter McGavin tried to ruin Happy Gilmore.
I mean, green jacket, gold jacket, who gives a shit? Shooter McGavin. That is so fucking cool. That is really cool.
And he's a dope actor. Thelma and
Requiem
Louise.
for a Dream he was in. Quiz show.
I can't wait. So Shooter McGavin's coming on the I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast, the next episode, because the response that we've gotten from the Alec Baldwin interview, the aforementioned unsunglassed Alec Baldwin,
True.
has been awesome.
And that was one of my favorite podcasts I think I've seen too.
I appreciate that.
I loved it. And I'm so glad that you got it on video. That that wasn't like he phoned it in. You had like a 15-minute conversation. He was in person with you, and he was like a fan of yours. Like watching that, he was laughing. Like you could tell you guys really admire each other. But I just thought the craziest thing on that podcast was the thing that stuck out to me the most was that he said he has never been satisfied with a single performance or movie that he's ever been in. That was shocking to me. And it's like, man, you've had some amazing performances, and you've been in some incredible movies.
And television too, like 30 Rock. So that's like episode after episode where he just is not getting that feeling. I thought that was really interesting too. And another thing that I want to acknowledge and talk about in regards to the Alec Baldwin interview, and I did it at the top of the podcast, and you know this, and I've talked about it before, but if you have any ever been on a film set, a TV set, if you know anybody who's been on a film set, a TV set, if you've studied film, TV, behind the scenes, for people to be politicizing the death of that young woman, the DP on that film set, and to be ridiculing and mocking this accidental death that has changed that woman's life, who's a mother, and a wife and a sister probably and a daughter and all that stuff. A crazy, crazy accidental shooting. And the fact that people politicize it because they don't like Alec Baldwin because he pisses all over Dick Stain, Donald Trump, is so indicative of how stupid people are, because of everybody should shit on Dick Stain, Donald Trump. Even if you vote on him, even if you vote for him, you should be mocking him. He's not to be taken seriously. You want to vote for him? Vote for him. My prediction is that he's coming back and he's going to be president of the United States again. But you can't do that and not really acknowledge what he is. And some people say, well, Mike Rapp, what about Biden? What about, if you follow me, if you come to see my live shows, if you listen to the Iron Rapaport Stereo podcast, I always mock and acknowledge smoking Joe Biden, cadaver Joe Biden. I always do it. But to belittle and make fun of this situation that happened, an accidental death on a television set, a movie set, which is all make-believe. It's supposed to be make-believe. The swords aren't real. Luke Skywalker doesn't fly. Tony Soprano's not a mobster. Denzel Washington's not a crooked cop. Robert Downey Jr. is not Iron Man. It's all make-believe. So for that to happen on a make-believe, like you're basically at a park playing on the swings, having fun, and then this terrible accident happens, and for people to like belittle him, mock him, berate him because of this thing that I'm sure has changed the course of his life, changed the course of obviously the victim's life, is just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It just goes to show where we are, that people will just go with the bottom of the crumbs to come up with something, all in the love of pig dick Donald Trump. Dog shit Donald Trump. Moving on.
Right. Because it always ends up going back to him.
Who?
Donald Trump. Pig dick.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say Shooter McGavin.
No, but I mean, God, I could talk about Shooter all day.
The Happy Gilmore is like one of your...
I love it. I mean, I just want to put on the best of Shooter McGavin. Like after this podcast, I just want to watch that.
Well, we're going to have the best of Shooter McGavin on the next I Am Rapaport Stereo
really
podcast, because he's had a dope career. Loves football. Obviously, I want to find out what his real love of golf is. You know, he has a whole other side career.
I'm sure. I mean, yeah, that like
showing up to golf tournaments as himself, aka Shooter McGavin.
There's Tiger Woods.
There's Jack Nicklaus.
Nicholas.
No, Jack Nicholson's the actor.
Oh, right.
There's Tiger Woods. There's Jack Nicklaus. And there's Shooter McGavin. That's just the way it is, homie.
Legend.
Anyway, what's been going on with you, my friend?
Not much.
Oh, I just want to say one other thing. Can we go to his single, and can you lift your leg up to see? At least if you're going to show up with is there lint on your socks?
White Vans. No, there's no.
But what's this?
What?
What's that activity on your? Like,
oh, that's just that. I don't know. We don't have to show all that.
But at least like get clean socks.
I do. They are clean. I did laundry yesterday. I have a cat. You know, it happens.
Okay. Okay, man. I'm trying.
Okay. You didn't have
Okay.
to bring up the socks. You don't have to be shitting on me the whole podcast.
I'm not
Like,
shitting
there's
on you.
lint on my socks. I'm wearing a fucking stupid glasses. I got a dumb jacket on. I'm not matching it. Okay, I
No
don't
one
look
said
like
the
you.
jacket's dumb.
Well, you were implying it.
No,
It's
I
the
just
way
said
that you're
that- no,
looking
I
at me.
didn't say
You've been
that this-
looking at the jacket all
I didn't
weird.
say this outfit wasn't sufficient. I
You didn't
just said
say it wasn't. You didn't say it was great. You didn't say, "Oh, that's a cool outfit that you wore today."
no. What did I say about clothing last night?
Yeah, it's like being in a fucking
What did I say about clothing last night?
twin up.
I said twin up,
Like fucking
and you said okay. See you at 12.
okay. Fucking doing an interview with like mini Hitler over here, little Hitler.
Speaking of Hitler,
Yeah.
Kyrie Irving has been traded to the Dallas
Nice
Mavericks.
transitions, man.
Thank you, brother. Kyrie Irving has been traded to the Dallas Mavericks. And he will be playing alongside Luka Doncic and Tim Hardaway Jr., being coached by Jason Kidd for the remainder of this season. Poor Kevin Durant is in Brooklyn going, what have I done? This whole experiment has failed you, Kevin Durant. James Harden, you, Kyrie Irving, you were supposed to be the glorious big three. This has just been big batch of bull dung. And Kyrie Irving is going to be sitting there playing with Luka Doncic. This is my impression of Luka Doncic the rest of the season. Watch. Because these guys will not be able to play together. Luka Doncic leads the league in ball control. He dribbles the ball more than anybody else in the NBA, more than LeBron, more than John Morant, more than Steph Curry, everybody. He keeps the ball in his hand, and we love Luka, but he keeps that rock. He dribbles the air out of that rock more than anybody. Kyrie Irving is not an efficient ball handler either. It's shake and bake and move and shake and bake, and I'm going to cut you up and I'll cross you over and I'll cross you over and I'll bring you back. These guys are not going to work. This is not going to work. And the fact that Kyrie Irving behaved as a professional for the last 76 days and thought, everything I've done in the past is gone. I'm going to be Mr. Fourth Quarter. I'm going to say the right things to the press. I'm going to show up. I'm going to play all the games for 76 games. And after those 76 days, boom, give me $400 million for 4 years or whatever it is. Give me $300 million for 4 years. You're not that dude. No one trusts you. You were in Cleveland. You stopped talking to your teammates. You went to Boston. You said you were going to stay. You started shitting on the young players of Boston. Then you left. Then you came to Brooklyn. You and Kevin Durant have played 74 games together in 3.5 seasons. 74 games together in 3.5 seasons. Whether it's been injuries on your part, injuries on Kevin Durant's part, vaccination protest, being suspended for sending out documentaries that are anti-Jewish, Holocaust deniers, and saying you didn't see him, you did see him. It's always something. It's this, that, and the third with Kyrie Irving. And then you show up and be a professional for 76 days, and you're like, I should get the max money for the max amount of years. And I don't know who's telling you like that's how the world works. It's a joke. And you know who's sitting there left with his dick in his hands?
Who?
Kevin Durant. He's sitting there left with his dick in his hands.
I was wondering who it was.
When I said who, when I said, you know who's sitting there with his left it, you said who?
I was wondering, yeah.
And that was awesome.
No, I was curious. Like, who is it?
Durant.
Interesting.
So they're not winning a championship in Brooklyn. The Dallas Mavericks aren't winning a championship in Dallas. And you got guys who think, I think Kyrie Irving thinks you could play basketball till you're 70. This is a short ride. You'd be lucky if you play till you're 38 like LeBron James. LeBron James is 38 in his 20th season, playing at an MVP level. There, I said it. I'll say it again. LeBron James is literally playing at an MVP level. And he's, what's the word? An enigma.
Right.
You know what that word means?
Enigmatic. It's somebody, it's like, whoa, what is that? You know, I can't figure that out. Like, that's a mystery. Whoever that is, like, what is that? You're an enigma. We'll never figure you out. We can look at it from the outside and be like, whoa, and appreciate that and respect that. But it's like, what is that? Is that?
That's an enigma.
That's an enigma, right?
You got that right.
Like, I'll never be that, and I can't really quite understand it, but we're all wondering what that is. That would be, I don't know if that's the Webster's definition of it, but
I mean, that's a pretty good definition.
Thank you. Pretty
good breakdown.
Thank you.
Anyway, and the Brooklyn Nets went out of their way not to send Kyrie Irving to the Lakers. And I'm glad. It don't work out that way. We're not giving you Kyrie Irving so you can just win another championship. And there's Kyrie Irving defenders that are blaming the Brooklyn Nets. He did this to himself. He said that him and Kevin Durant don't need a coach. He sat out almost an entire season because of the COVID stuff. He tweeted that documentary. He put that up. And these are things, again, this is the thing that a lot of the sports commentators are not mentioning. These are the things that we know about. When you're that big of a star, they cover up for you. I am sure there's tons. I'm sure there's a list of things that he's done that the team has kept in-house to protect his image. This guy is not a victim. You did this to yourself, and you're never getting that max money and that max deal, Kyrie Irving, because you can't be trusted. You're what we call iggity untrustworthy.
I like that take. I don't understand all of it, but I like it and I respect it.
What happened to your fandom of basketball?
I don't know. I don't know. I've been so out of it.
Did you have a crush on Blake Griffin?
No, I didn't.
You loved like the Clippers and then
I did back then but I mean they suck now.
No, they don't suck now. They're in
I wouldn't know because I'm not watching.
So then why would you say they suck now and then you go, oh, I wouldn't know?
Well, it's because they always get to like the finals and then they blow it. I feel like they've always done that.
Because they're NWA.
What is that?
Never winning anything.
A champion. Oh, right.
Speaking of winning, did you watch the Grammys?
I did. Did you watch the Grammys?
Some of it.
I caught clips on YouTube. I'm like, I just don't like award shows. I could care less about the Oscars this year. It sucks. It's like, what the fuck is up for? Have you seen any of these movies that have been nominated for the Oscars and shit?
I'm so behind. It's pathetic.
I think a lot of people, though. I think like a lot, like no one's heard of a lot of these movies.
No one's heard a lot of these movies for the Best Picture. No one's heard of a few of these movies for Best Actor, Best Actress. The movie business is in a bad place. It's in a bad place. Didn't you just say you went to go see it?
I did see some movie called After Sun about this like Scottish girl named Sophie who's 11 years old, and it takes place in the late 90s, and she goes on a vacation with her father in Turkey at this really cool resort, and it's kind of all about her and enjoying this holiday.
What is this film? Sounds good.
I was just telling you about it, and then you fell asleep.
What is it called?
It's called After Sun.
Okay.
Maybe it's not for you, okay? I didn't think it was for me while I was watching it. An hour in, I thought this is kind of slow. I felt the same way a little bit. But by the end of the movie, the ending was so powerful, it kind of took me by surprise. And I've been thinking about it a lot. And anyway, it's not up for any Oscars except for Best Actor. Paul Mescal. He's up for Best Actor. He's this guy from this show called Normal People. I never saw it, but he was in the show called Normal People.
What's Normal People?
No idea.
Is it an American show?
I don't know. I think so.
And he's up for an Oscar?
Yeah, he's up for an Oscar. Best
Good
Actor.
for him. Is he good in it?
He is so good. The little girl in it is so good. Her name is Frankie Corio. And but he's like engaged to that singer-songwriter Phoebe Bridgers.
Who's that?
She's some girl, whatever. You wouldn't know. You're too old for it.
I'm too old for all of it.
I hear you.
I watched some of the Grammys last night, and I was glad they had hip-hop on display. It was the most hip-hoppy Grammys that ever existed. But I just, I'm looking. I still don't get this guy, Harry
Styles.
I don't know what his deal is.
Well, I mean, what was up with him?
What does he do?
He's a singer. He's a dancer, singer. I don't know if he dances, but he's like a singer. He's like a pop guy.
And that's the best we have to offer.
Not the same as it was. You know that song?
I don't know any of his songs. But that's the best we have in music.
I mean,
Is Harry Styles?
Yes. One Direction guy.
Is his real last name Styles?
I don't know. Just let the guy live. Let him accept his Grammys. And he did that movie with Olivia Wilde that was really shitty. Don't Worry, Darling. Or so I've heard. So I've been told. I turned it off after like an hour and a half.
Well, obviously it wasn't that good.
No, it wasn't. It was really not good.
You're an earnest.
I am, and I like slow movies too.
You do?
Yeah, I don't mind slow. I don't mind it. I mean, the one that I saw recently was pretty slow, but it was really, really good. I do recommend that. It's a really good indie flick.
Have you seen anything else?
Saw that. I'm watching.
You're watching what?
I'm watching because I've been watching a lot of reality shit.
Oh.
And I'm watching MILF Manor. I don't know if we talked about this show, MILF Manor.
We haven't. What is MILF
so
Manor?
Weird. It's like I love TLC. I think it's such a slept on network. You know, people talk about HBO and Netflix and all this shit. I'm like, I love TLC. I love My 600-Pound Life.
1,000-Pound Sisters.
1,000-Pound Sisters. I'm watching that.
They just started another season of 90 Day.
Oh, right. But I like before the 90 days. There's like 50 different 90 Day fiancés, by the way. But they have this new show and they've really stooped to a new low. It's called MILF Manor. They really have. And that's like, for me to say that, I'm like, I'll watch anything. But this show is like, it's like Love Island. They go to this villa. All these single mothers are meeting young kids who are like 20 to 25-year-olds. But the catch is they're all of their sons. It's like all the mothers, their sons come to the island and the sons are like hooking up with the other mothers.
Wow.
And like they put blindfolds on these moms and they have to like feel all the boys and figure out which one is their son to like advance. Be like, oh yeah, like these muscles, like they're all shirtless. And then she's like, oh yeah, that's my boy. Like
no.
It's like really fucked up. And if it was
time out.
It's
Has there been any scenes where the mother is feeling up her own son?
And she's like blindfolded and she's like touching them. And she's like, that's my son. And like, if she gets it right.
Do they get it right?
They do. Some of them don't get it right, but it's fucking weird. It's super creepy. The women are like 59 years old, some of them.
And the young boys are supposed to hook up with the other moms?
The other moms and the other mom, and they're divulging all these personal secrets and, you know, like Love Island-y type games. And they look young. They look like.
The mothers do.
No, the kids do. The kids are like 20 to 25. They're already young, but they're so immature. They look really young. And if this was
Island.
What? If this was Dilf Island, people would be up in fucking arms. If this was like close to 60-year-old men with like 20 to 25-year-old women, and they're like, and these mothers are like really fucking horny. They really want to hook up with like 20-year-olds. Like it's sick. Like it's weird. It's a little bit incestual.
Oh.
Like the mothers are like too protective of their sons. Like it's fucking weird. I watch everything. It's a weird show.
How many episodes have aired?
There are 4, and it's
I'm on
but
this.
It's not even good. I can't even be like, I recommend it. There's so much drama. It's not. They've like made something out of nothing. But the concept is, it's boring.
Well,
but it's
you know,
fucking
listen.
weird.
Excuse me.
Sorry.
Some seasons it takes the first few episodes to get the kinks out.
I understand it. There's one woman who's a blonde. I don't want to disrespect her by saying she does remind me of Nikki Glaser a little bit. She sounds like Nikki Glaser, but if Nikki Glaser was like almost 60 and was like burnt rubber and like had giant fake boobs,
I'm sure Nikki Glaser would take that as a compliment.
She probably wouldn't. She would probably host this show
because Nikki Glaser's got a great sense of humor.
Great sense of humor.
If Nikki Glaser was 60 with skin that looks like burnt rubber and fake cans,
yes,
and I'm sure that Nikki Glaser would be like, that's awesome.
You know what? You're right. I think you're right.
Because Nikki Glaser is cool.
We love Nikki Glaser. She's like my favorite comedian. Like one of my favorite comedians.
She's awesome.
I love her. I think she's so fucking
hilarious. You just said one of the moms looks exactly like Nikki Glaser.
Doesn't look exactly, but she
You just said she looks exactly like Nikki Glaser.
She sounds like Nikki Glaser.
And looks exactly like her.
She could. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. I'm not saying it in a negative, but this woman, her name is Disco Mommy. And she's Disco Mommy, and she's really horny for all the kids.
That sounds like Nikki Glaser's next comedy special.
I swear to God, it could be.
Like, I don't...
Nikki should be... I'm sure she's watching it.
Has she ever made a special called Disco Mommy?
No, I don't
If not,
so.
she probably will.
Take it, for sure. Watch the show. it's really not exciting, but it's the concept alone is fucking bizarre.
Okay. Have you been watching anything else?
I sat through Love Island UK because all my friends were telling me, you got to watch this. You got to watch this. First of all, I don't know why this show is so popular. I need a dumpster fire of like drama and like people cheating on each other. This is like, they're just like going for chats. Like, let's go for a chat. And they're talking and they're kissing. And it's like nothing really happens. I need like spicy shit. And there's 60 fucking episodes.
Too many.
60. It's insane. Are you watching anything?
I'm watching The Bachelor.
Right.
The guy on The Bachelor has extremely big nostrils,
Okay.
which are distracting. He's got like ginormous, like I don't know if he like has to like.
You could like see up into his brain.
You could see, yeah, you see like what he's thinking. You could see what he's thinking with these nostrils.
Yeah.
It's just getting started, but like I said, it takes a couple episodes to get into the mix.
I haven't seen it, but yeah.
Watching that, watching my Real Housewives of Potomac, my Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, watching my NBA and watching the Super Bowl. I mean, that's it.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
Pause. So what else is going on? What else you got in store this week? Because I'm going to be here this week, and I know I'm at the top of the list of taking care of things. What else do you have in store?
Well, I can't be here like all the time for you. I have things going on in my life. I'm not like catering to you. I don't want to feel like when you come into town, I'm babysitting. Like I feel like that's like kind of the vibe where it's like I'm coming, I'm here, pick up your phone at 9. It's like fuck. It's like oh, okay, I hear you. So I do have things going on in my own life. Just FYI, it's fine. I'm happy you're here. Don't get me wrong, but I do have to go to Disneyland on Thursday. I don't have to go. I'm excited to go. I'm actually really excited to go.
Stop. You're 30. How old?
2.
Why are you going to Disneyland?
Why not? What do you mean?
Disneyland, Disney World.
Disneyland.
Why are you going to Disney? What's happening at Disneyland?
Well,
are you working at Disneyland?
No, I'm not working at Disneyland. I'm going for fun.
Like
happiest place on earth.
And
what do you mean?
Why are you going to Disneyland?
Well, my friend works for Disney, and he's always been like, let's get some dates on the books. Like, let's go to Disneyland. And I'm like, hell yeah, you don't got to tell me twice. I would love to go to Disneyland. I have a girlfriend now. So I'm like, you want to go to Disneyland? It's a romantic thing. And so I'm going to go with me, my girlfriend, my sister, and my friend who works at Disney. And the 4 of us are going to go because you can't third wheel, you know? I wanted him to get a date, not go with my sister. But
so what are you looking forward to the most out of
Oh,
Disneyland?
man, that's a great question. Space Mountain, Splash Mountain. I think they're closing down Splash Mountain. I don't know when they're closing it, but I think it's still running. I love Indiana Jones. I love Pirates of the Caribbean. If I have to go on Small World, well, you know what the thing about the Small World is? Air conditioning is so good, and it's a Small World.
I'm sorry. No, I don't know what the thing is about It's a Small World because I haven't been on It's a Small World since I was a kid.
Okay, well, you don't got to shame me for wanting to. I mean, it's a fun place, and I feel bad that you like look at it in that way that you can't go, like you're too old to go.
I don't look at it like I'm too old to go. Like there's 100 other things that I would rather subject myself to than going to Disneyland, Disney World, or whatever the
Well, that's what makes us different. We're different people, and I'm just telling. The point is, you asked me what I'm doing. I'm going on Thursday, and I'm not going to be around for you on Thursday. You're not ruining my trip to Disneyland, okay? I'm seeing Mickey Mouse. I'm seeing Mickey Mouse one way or another. I'm seeing Mickey Mouse. And as a kid, I'd go and I'd be like, I'd bring my autograph book because you'd get an autograph book. You'd be like Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck. You'd go with like a Sharpie and an autograph book and you'd pray because you'd get all of them, but you'd pray that you get to see Mickey and Minnie.
And get the autograph?
Yeah, and it would be tough. It was like harder to fucking get their autograph than the president at that point. I'm going to see Mickey this time around. I might get a photo. I'll send it to you, but I'm just clock me out on Thursday. I'm not around.
So when you went to Disney World as a kid, you wanted Mickey Mouse's autograph?
100%. It was hard because you couldn't get it all the time. He had a house with a line of. It was like meeting Santa Claus.
And Mickey Mouse will sign autographs.
Yeah,
but get it's an not the real
book.
Mickey Mouse.
No, what do you mean? What do you mean?
It's a person, and it's not.
Yeah, but I didn't. As a kid, I know. As a kid, I didn't know.
As a kid, you thought that was the real Mickey Mouse.
Yeah. As a kid, did you think the Tooth Fairy was actually the Tooth Fairy, or was it your mom writing a letter with a $5 attached?
Oh,
what do you think?
Poor thing, you.
No, I had a childhood.
Poor
Sorry,
thing.
It sounds like you didn't have a childhood.
Are you bringing your little autograph book to Disneyland?
No, I'm not bringing it. I'm just hoping that I get to see him. I still want to take photos with him. It's Mickey Mouse.
Okay. All right. All right.
I did have an experience. I don't know if I told you this. I had a weird experience. Just to tell you this really quick. I don't know if I mentioned this. I've been I've been buying things on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist and have you ever done that?
No, what is it?
It's like, you know, you go on Craigslist, you look for things, you have to meet these people in person, all that stuff. So I've been on Facebook Marketplace looking for a lens. I've been in my camera gear shit. I've been like super down with the camera stuff. So I've been looking for a particular lens, a Sony 35 millimeter f1.8 lens. See this guy, he's got it. We're exchanging information. I'm like, you know, and I've done this a couple times, but you also got to be wary, like, of who you're dealing with. You don't know these people. The guy, I'm like, let's meet. He's like, I'll meet you here. Okay, and I'll come to you. He's giving me all these different kind of addresses. He gives me an address to meet him at the police station. I'm like, that's weird. Thought that was kind of weird. Then he's like, I'm not going to meet you there. And he's like, meet me by LAX. And I was like, I'm not going to LAX.
Nope.
Not doing that either. Let's meet. And then he sends me like another, like opposite of LAX, like Santa Monica at a house.
Like off the sec. I know.
From there.
Done.
I know. But I really needed this lens. I really wanted this lens. And he was giving me a good deal. But it was fishy. There were some red flags. And he's like, meet me at this house. And I was like, I'm going to meet you in a public place. Let's meet at CVS in Santa Monica, public place at 9 p.m. Okay, done. We pull into the parking lot.
The fact that you want to do it at 9 p.m. is crazy to me. I'd have been like, meet me at the Fred Siegel parking lot at 1 when there's there's a lot of people around.
I understand, and there wasn't a lot of people out here.
Nah.
But I got pepper gel. Like as you know, I have my pepper gel in my car. So I just knew if anything went sideways, I have that.
Oh yeah. You have your pepper gel in your car.
Just in case anything.
Right, you have your pepper gel in your car to protect you in case something happens.
Yeah, in case he like brings out a gun or something. I'm obviously got my pepper gel. It's like
oh yeah, you have a gun. Well, here's my pepper gel. Ha ha ha.
Right. I'm glad. Right. So you understood that I had the pepper gel. So I knew you don't have to be concerned with the safety.
Okay.
But so I did go there.
I'm glad you told me that.
I just wanted to let you know I would never go without the gel.
Okay. Everybody was worried.
I didn't. You obviously thought I was crazy for going without the fucking gel. Just meeting some stranger at 9 p.m. without a weapon.
Yes.
So I did meet him at 9 p.m. in the parking lot. He shows up in like a sporty car. There's like no one in the parking lot. It's pretty dark. It is like not a great place to meet. I shouldn't have met there. There's a guy standing smoking a cigarette in one of the parking spaces without a car there. I was like, all right, that's kind of interesting. I get out. I'm like, we're doing this transaction.
How much are you paying for
$500? And so I bring $500. He's telling me about this lens. He hands me.
I just want to stop. You're crazy. You're nuts.
Really?
I wouldn't do that.
Oh, I'm like, fuck it, let's go. I wanted the lens. I'm like,
but 9 p.m. at a CVS.
Fuck it.
You're crazy.
I was like, screw it. Let's do it. I mean, I wish I had someone. Like, it'd be cool if you came with me or something. But you know, you got.
I'm not going with you with that for that.
I had to do what I had to do. The guy shows up. He's kind of nerdy. He's probably my age, 32. He hands me the lens. The guy next to me is smoking the cigarette, looking at us, all this stuff. And this guy is going on and on. Oh, I got this new job, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, man, just give me the fucking lens. And I look down at the lens, and it's not the lens that I wanted. It's a 55, not a 35. And I have the 55. And I'm like looking at it, letting him finish what he's saying. And I've already paid him at this point. I gave him $500, and I'm scanning the lens. And I'm like, hey, like, this isn't the lens, man. I asked for a 35. This is a 55. And he's like, huh? And he's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And the guy who's smoking a cigarette next to me just so happens to recognize me, which does not happen often. But the guy goes, shooter? And it's like 9 p.m. in a parking lot at CVS. And I'm like, yo. And he's like, oh man, the McGregors. And he starts listing all the videos that we're doing. The guy standing there like, what the fuck? Who are you? Like, what's going on? So he goes, can I shake your hand? I give him a handshake. And then this guy.
Yo, that would have been an ill setup.
It was so random.
That would have been an ill setup to rob your ass. That would have been fucked up. If you'd been like, shooter, the next guy goes, yeah, shooter, give me your money, ass.
That would be so fucked. Don't even put that out there. That's scary because now I'm not going to want to do this again.
This is how fucking, but this is what I'm saying. Your choice is not, that's not a good choice.
It was getting kooky. I understand. I was like, shit, I've got myself in the situation. Then the guy who I'm buying it from all of a sudden just goes, oh, you're famous? You're famous? Who are you? Who's shooter? And I was like, no, man. Like, the lens, I'm like, I don't know what he's talking about. He listens to this podcast, whatever. And so he's like clinging on to that. And he goes, oh man, I'm so sorry. I forgot the lens at my house. Like, why don't you get in your car and follow me back to my home? And I was like, fuck. And I'm like already in it. And I'm like, all right, like, and he's got my money. And I'm like, I need the money back. And he's like, oh, right, of course. And he gives me the $500 back. I'm following him like a mile to his house. I'm like, fuck. I'm thinking to myself, what am I getting myself into? Now I'm driving, following to this guy's house. He gets out of the car, and I'm like, go run up to your house and just bring it out. And he's like, no. Like, it's kind of far, the stairs. Like, can you follow me into my private parking garage?
Hell fucking no.
I was like,
hell
fuck.
Fucking no.
I was like, fuck.
You're crazy, man.
So he's like, just follow me.
You're crazy.
He's like, just follow me.
And you're fucking, I hate to say it, you're fucking dumb, man.
I know.
You get yourself, homeboy sounds like he's on some Jeffrey Dahmer shit.
I could have taken him without the pepper gel. I could have taken him. Honestly, and that's me to say that. I mean, a fucking 12-year-old girl could fucking kill me.
You're saying hand to hand, you would have beat his ass.
I could have done it if I had to, for sure. That gives you a perspective of like what he looked like. My height, kind of nerdy. Someone I could have taken without the gel. So
I've never heard you say that. So
thank you. So he's like, follow me to my parking garage. It's down this dark alley. I'm like, fuck, what am I getting myself into? He runs up, gets the lens, comes back, and then he's like, what's your Instagram? And he goes to my Instagram, and he's like, oh, man, like, you met Obama? And he's showing me photos of Obama. He's watching the videos that I've done with you, and he's like, oh, man. And he's like at my car, like, trying to sell me other shit. And then I'm like, dude, I just want the lens. I want to get the fuck out of this weird parking garage. And he's like, do you play 2K? And I was like, no. And he's like, you want to come up and play 2K and hang out for a little bit? I felt like it was a Pineapple Express. I was like Seth Rogen buying weed off of James Franco, and he like wants to fucking hang out. I'm like, just give me the fucking lens and let me go. It's 10 o'clock now. I want to get the fuck out of here. He starts really trying to get me to go up to his house. I don't know what that was about. It was strange, but he's been messaging me on Facebook. I have 10 photos that are unanswered. I haven't read them. There's 10 photos that he sent me. I don't know if they're nudes. I don't know what they are. I have no idea. I'm not opening them. But it was a very... My point is, be careful with who you're dealing with. I got out alive. I had the pepper gel, thankfully. But be careful with who you're dealing with and who you're talking to online. Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, all that. Because it could go sideways.
So you're the advocate for be careful, be safe.
I'm that. I would like to be the face of that.
Two shot. Came, saw, disrupted. Kiggity came, saw, disrupted. I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast. All right. Yo, I appreciate you watching. Let me know what you think.
Appreciate you too.
Appreciate
all of you guys out there watching.
Subscribe, rate, review, leave a comment. We'll respond back, good, bad, or indifferent. If you get naughty, we'll give you that attention you're looking for.
We want those numbers up. We want a lot of those views.
Watch the show.
Want 500 of you.
It's a fantastic
500,000.
Fantastic show. Thank you for watching.